Hi everyone. Today we're going to be looking at what we did in grade 10, week 4 distance learning. So, it's our recap or review video, and we did Sonnet 18 with grammar, titles review, and review A. So let's get started. Sonnet 18, the first thing that we had done was understand the structure. So a sonnet is a poem that consists of 14 lines. Each sonnet consists of 3 stanzas and a rhyming couplet. A stanza is a paragraph in the poem. And each stanza itself is 4 lines long. The last 2 lines of the poem is very important. The last 2 lines of the poem form the rhyming couplet, and this creates the basic structure of our Shakespearean sonnet. Right, let's move on. But before we move on, so quickly, what is a sonnet? It's a poem, consists of 14 lines. Each of those lines are divided up into 3 stanzas and ending off with a rhyming couplet at the end, which is 2 lines long, and the last words of each of those lines rhyme. Okay. Move on. So here's our Shakespearean sonnet, and it's the one that we will be doing. So remember I told you that each stanza is 4 lines long, so we divide it up. Right? There we go. Divide it up. So we see it forms our basic structure of 1, 2, 3 stanzas and our rhyming couplet at the end. Right. We also see that we have got a rhyme scheme going on at the side here. Our rhyme scheme for the first stanza is A, B, A, B, right? For the second stanza, it's C, D, C, D. Third stanza, E, F, E, F, right? Basically, what that means is that the last words of lines 1 and 3 and the last words of lines 2 and 4 rhyme with each other. So day rhymes with May, temperate rhymes with date. Same as shines and declines, dimmed and untrimmed. Right? The reason why it's A, B, A, B is because lines 1 and 2 do not rhyme with each other. So it's A and B, they're different. However, line 3 rhymes with the first line, so then it's A, and line 4 rhymes with the second line, so it's B. This is the rhyme scheme. Let's move on. So, how does Shakespeare create rhyme scheme and rhythm? So he creates rhythm by using iambic pentameter. Big word, what does that mean? Don't worry, we'll break it down for you. Right, so iambic pentameter. If we were to break down this word, pentameter, first. Pent is the prefix of 5. Meter means rhyme or rhythm, right? Iamb is the stressed and unstressed syllables in words. So a stressed syllable, the hard sounds, the sounds that we put emphasis on. Okay? And our unstressed syllables are the soft sounds. So the sounds that we put little emphasis on. And this creates iambic pentameter, right? Which is basically 5 stressed syllables and 5 stressed syllables per line. So it goes da 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 da. That is the basic rhyme scheme of our Shakespearean sonnet. Okay, move on. Now, a Shakespearean sonnet isn't the only type of sonnet that we get, right? We also get a Petrarchian sonnet. So we look at our Petrarchian sonnet and we can see very many differences to our Shakespearean sonnet. First of all, we know that our Shakespearean sonnet is divided into 4 lines per stanza. That gives us 3 stanzas per that gives us 3 stanzas per poem with a rhyming couplet at the end. However, our Petrarchan sonnet has 8 lines Okay, octave means 8. So we've got only 2 stanzas. Do you see this? We've got 2 stanzas over here. One stanza here consisting of 8 lines, and we've got another stanza here consisting of 6 lines. So state means 6. So octave 8, 8 lines long, and sestet here means 6 lines. All right, let's have a look at our rhyme scheme. Our rhyme scheme for the Petrarchian sonnets is A, B, B, A. Then A, B, B, A. So it follows the same rhyme scheme for the next 2. What I mean by that is A rhymes with the 4th line. So line 1 and line 4 rhyme with each other. And line 5 and line 8 rhyme with each other. The same with the remaining lines. And that creates our A, B, B, A rhyme scheme. In our next stanza, we see that we have C, D, C, D, C, D. So now it follows the same structure as a Shakespearean sonnet where we have one where every second line rhymes with each other. So she rhymes with free and me, and poor rhymes with shore and door. Got it. In our Petrarchian sonnet, the biggest thing that we see is that our rhyming couplet is missing. Okay. So in a Petrarchian sonnet, we do not have a rhyming couplet. In a Shakespearean sonnet, we have it. It's here at the end. In a Petrarchian sonnet, we have 8 lines in the beginning and 6 lines at the end, 2 stanzas only. For a Shakespearean sonnet, we have 3 stanzas. 3 stanzas here. 3 stanzas. 3 stanzas here. 2 stanzas. Okay. Over here, we have a rhyming couplet. And over here, we have no rhyming couplet. Here we've got an AB rhyme scheme. Here we've got an ABBA rhyme scheme, which means the first and the last lines rhyme, the middle 2 lines rhyme for the first octave, for the first 8 lines, and for the last 6 lines, we've got the same CD rhyme scheme, meaning lines 9 and 11 would rhyme, and so forth. Right, that's what you need to know there. And that is what we spoke about in terms of literature and poetry for the first week. Okay. Then we moved on to grammar, titles review. So we look at our titles here. Let's do a quick recap. So titles, we know that we capitalize a person's title if the title comes before the person's name. We see this in our examples over here. The title comes before the name, therefore the beginning of it is capitalized. We know that if the title comes after the person's name, we do not capitalize it. We capitalize family relationships if it comes before the person's name, so Uncle Hector and Grandmother Brooks. However, if it comes after a possessive, and this is our possessive, the title comes after the possessive, therefore they are small letters. And we know in our titles of inanimate objects, what we do is we capitalize the beginning of each word unless that word itself is an article, a conjunction and or but, or a preposition with fewer than 5 letters. However, we look here at the Sahara, wildlife of the desert, because it's at the beginning of the title, it's capitalized. let's look at our examples now. Example 1. May we please confer in your chambers, Judge. Judge is identified as being incorrect. Why? It's direct access. We are directly referring to him. Instead of his name, we are referring to him by his title. Therefore, it should be capitalized. Right. Look here. No one expected Archbishop Desmond Tutu to attend the meeting. Desmond Tutu is his name. Archbishop is his title. So we should capitalize the A of Archbishop. Dixie asked her Aunt Margaret if she had ever seen the movie The Miracle Worker. So we should have a capital T, capital M, and a capital W. Because this is the title of a movie. All right. Willis delivers papers for the Detroit Free Press. Same thing. Capital D, capital F, and a capital P. This is the title of the newspaper. Oh, sorry, P. Okay. County Cullen wrote the poem From the Dark Tower. This is the title. So from, capital, D for Dark Tower, capital, and a T for Tower, capital. Cool. And the last one, Susan, Terry, and Dad. Dad should be capitalized, yeah, because we don't know Dad's name. We're just using his title. He's Dad. Paul attended the school play Fiddler on the Roof. We should lowercase on and lowercase t. Why? Because one is a preposition, one is an article. Neither one of them start the sentence, therefore they should be lowercase. All right, and then we look at our next example. Let's have to move the page up a little bit. All of them. Okay. So we look at number 6. The Dallas Morning News. So it should be the Dallas Morning News. Former Governor Ann Richards. Former Governor Ann Richards. Okay. 60 minutes. We don't do anything here. This is correctly capitalized. All right. The Bill of Rights. The formal official document, that should be the Bill of Rights. Have we got it? Okay. The first chapter in the guidebook, so it should be capital G for guidebook. The painting, The Night Watch. Let me just capitalize. The Night and Watch. All right. We don't capitalize the T here because it is not the title. We're only capitalizing titles here. Okay. The last chapter of The Catcher in the Rye. So it should be the, capital C for catcher, in the rye. The poem, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, should be capital C for the love, capital S for song of J. Alfred should be capitalized, and Prufrock is correct. And the next one is the book, The Year of Liberty, The Great Irish Rebellion of 1798. The only thing we capitalize here is the in the Great Irish Rebellion. Right. The rest of it is all correct. And the last one, Field Marshal Bernard Montgomery. Just go capitalize Field Marshal. Why? Because he's in the field. That's his title. Right? Yeah. Field Marshal. Okay. So this was exercise B of the review of titles. The drawings. Move on to the next one. We move on to review A, guys. For review A, what they've done here is they've given us column A and column B. And what we have to do is choose the correct phrase, which item is correctly capitalized. So we look at our first one. A Japanese kimono, which one's correctly capitalized? A. The next one, in a French-Canadian newspaper, B. Sailing up the Amazon River, A. A movie at the Avalanche Theatre, A. One hotel in Culver City, A. Jacques Cousteau's ship, the Calypso, B. Gertrude Castaneda, RN, A. A distance between Mars and Earth, A. Studying history and English, A. And the last one, an article in Ebony, A. Alright, that's what we do there for exercise A. Move on to our last bit of grammar and then you're done. So what we have to do here is identify the error in capitalization. If it is wrong, we fix it. If it's correct, we say that it's correct on the line provided. So the statue of General Washington stands in the town's main square. So Washington is his name, General is his title, so we need a capital letter for General. Okay, so capital for General. Statue is not anything formal, it's just a common noun, so this should be a lowercase s, not a capital S, right? In the town's main square. Please give me your advice, oh, my wisest of friends. This one? Correct. She said, isn't that hotel located on the east side of the Times Square? Yep, it is. Okay. On Tuesday, Irene went hiking on Century Mountain with her younger sister. Okay. So what do we do here? We capitalize our M for mountain. It's part of the name, right? And we've got to capitalize our T for Tuesday because it is a proper noun. It's the name of the day. In his speech on St. Patrick's Day, Mayor Brown mentioned Irish-American friendship. This one is correct. Is Ray Lee the captain of North Carolina? What do we do here? We've got to capitalize the N of North Carolina. It's part of the name Carolina, of the country, the state, of the state. Right. Why, Gerald, I didn't know your great-grandfather fought in the Spanish-American War. What we do here is we capitalize the G for Gerald. It's his proper name. It's his name, so it's a proper noun. All right. I always capitalize I. I is always capitalized. Okay. I didn't know your great-grandfather fought in the Spanish-American War. So this should be a small letter. And this should also be a small letter. Why is that? Because this is the title, okay? But what comes before the title? You're going to say, but miss, it's a title, yes, but what comes before the title? A possessive. If it comes after possessive, do we capitalize it? No, we do not. All right, let's move on to our next one, 18. We waited in line for hours, but oh, the concert was worth the wait. Yep, ready, it's good, right? And the second last one, sometimes I help out at my parents' store, which is on Jefferson Avenue. We do here, we capitalize the I. My parents' store, which is on Jefferson Avenue. The rest of that is completely okay. Last one. The nation's park system includes Glacier National Park. Miss Garza continued. So we need a capital M for Miss. And we need a capital G for Garza. Okay. So, I just want to make a note here for you. In terms of titles, so I'm just going to give you a code here quickly. So the code is, if it's in pink, it's relating to titles. Okay. Then if it's in blue, so code, pink equals titles. All right. Let me just quickly go and do something happy, guys. This one, let's see. This one, let's see. And this one here, last one, let's see. Okay. If it's in green, it's relating to general capitalization. Okay, so we look here. The statue of General Washington stands in the town's main square. We need a capital M here for main, and we need a capital S here for square because it is a formal gathering place. All right, please, needs to be capitalized here. All right, it's the beginning of a sentence. Give me your advice. Oh, my wisest of friends. We need a capital O here. Okay. She said, capital S. Why do we have a capital O here? It's an expression. Okay, we're showing an expression, so it needs to be capitalized. Isn't this I should be capitalized, starting off the sentence for us, or what she directly said. Isn't that hotel located on the east side of Times Square? East should be capitalized, showing direction. Okay. On Tuesday, Irene went hiking on Century Mountain with her younger sister. That's correct, right? In his speech, let's just go see here for this one, so you can see. On St. Patrick's Day, Mayor Brown mentioned Irish-American friendship, correct. Is Raleigh the capital of North Carolina? This one is correct. In terms of general capitalization. Why, Gerald? I didn't know that you're growing. That's correct. The next one, we waited in line for hours, but oh, the concert was worth the wait. This one's also correct. Sometimes, should be capital S. Sometimes I hop out of my parents' store, which is on Jefferson Avenue. Good. And this T here should be a capital T starting off. And that is it. Sorry, this N should also be capitalized because it is referring to a formal thing. And park should also, because it's the park, okay? Also a formal sort of setting. And that's it. So let me just add in here the green equals what? General capitalization. All right. And that is every single thing that we have done in English this past week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, like it's a YouTube channel. Guys, thanks for coming. Thanks for attending the online distance learning. Thanks for working with us and cooperating. It's we miss you. We wish you all the best and see you when we see you. Take it easy, guys.